Being married for almost 10 years, couples change or grow apart. But not them. They are still head over heels for each other. September 2022 will be the 10th anniversary for Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, and it sounds like things are still going incredible for the couple. And though they both have hectic schedules, they find the time to maintain their connection and raise their 3 daughters. And we're totally diving into their life as a married couple in today's video. Ryan Reynolds recently decided to take a break from acting and work on more of his business endeavors, like running a creative agency, running Aviation Gin, and being a husband and father. It's the latter 2 titles that he's planning on focusing on for a while. "Well, I've done a lot of acting," the actor said. "The biggest thing for me is that I don't want to miss this time with my kids." Ryan shares daughters James, Inez, and Betty with his wife, Blake Lively. "It's a dream," the Deadpool star sweetly said about fatherhood during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show back in 2018.
"It's a dream, you know? It's the best. They're like my buddies. I love it."
In December 2014, Blake and Ryan welcomed their first child together. James arrived just before the new year and was born near their Bedford home. The baby came early, but everyone is happy and healthy, a source revealed. Welcoming James was an incredible moment for Blake, as it was something she's always wanted, ever since she was a little girl. Ryan also couldn't contain himself after meeting the little girls for the first time. "There's nothing on earth more grounding than having a baby," he said. "It's the best thing that could ever happen to someone." When their second one, Inez, arrived in September 2016, the couple became even more delighted to be parents. "They are so excited," an insider revealed to E! News at the time. In May 2019, Lively surprised fans by attending the New York City premiere of Pokemon Detective Pikachu. The actor revealed she was pregnant as she unveiled her baby bump on the red carpet. The 2 lovebirds became the proud parents of Betty in October that year.
"Since we saw you last, you had another baby. You went and had that 3rd child."
Yes, it's a lot of children.
It's a lot of children.
That's a lot of children.
I mean, we have so many children. It's pretty crazy. We're outnumbered, and it's a lot. Blake dished about her life as a mom of 3. "It's like going from 2 to 3,000. Blake and Ryan added another girl to their brood, but a source told Life in Style that they were crossing their fingers for a boy. The source noted the Red Notice star always jokes that he needs a little boy to balance out the ratio in their household. However, Ryan cherishes being a dad of all girls. During a February 2016 appearance on Sirius XM EW Radio, the actor said he can't get enough of fatherhood because he loves his daughters so much. "If I could have 9 daughters, I would be thrilled." Wow, that might be a bit much.
And you're a girl dad.
I'm 100% a girl dad.
And how is that?
Love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I did not expect to be a girl dad. I didn't expect to be a dad. I didn't expect to be married. I mean, the whole thing is part of the Hollywood arrangementship.
Whether he is a dad of all girls or not, Ryan's most important mission as a father is to instill the best qualities in his little ones. In addition to raising them to be good people, the Hollywood star credited his children as a big reason he decided to speak up about his struggles with mental health. "I have 3 daughters at home, and part of my job as a parent is to model behaviors and model what it's like to be sad and model what it's like to be anxious or angry. That there's space for all these things," he said. "My goal is to destigmatize things and create a conversation around mental health. I think it's important to talk about it, and when you talk about it, it kind of sets other people free."
My father's generation, they never talked about mental health or what was going on inside. It was just bottle it up. And
Reynolds and Lively make sure that neither he nor she feels like they're carrying a majority of the load when it comes to their kids, and so they communicate as best they can in order to maintain that symbiosis. "Just do the dirty work, man," Reynolds told Seth Meyers in an interview. "You gotta do the diapers. You gotta do the middle of the night thing. A human being will exit your wife, so she's done enough. A woman should not be doing everything just because she's a woman or she's the one who carried the children. If anything, he thinks it should be the other way around." Blake and Ryan also pull no punches when it comes to telling their daughters how it is and empowering them every chance they get. In an interview with Glamour, the Age of Adeline actor revealed that they've banned the word bossy from their household to keep in line with gender equality and to stay away from stereotyping. "We've joked that my daughter is bossy," she said, "but my husband said, I don't ever want to use that word again. You've never heard a man called bossy." Together, they're working harder on being more conscious about the terms they use and whatever gender norms they may be subscribing to. "My husband was like, why do I always say he? And I said, That's what we're taught, she explained. So he'll pick up like a caterpillar, and instead of saying, what's his name, he'll say, what's her name? Communication is the #1 most important rule for any couple to follow in order to have a successful relationship. And these two talk about everything. Lively admitted that in her past relationships, she would always rely on her girlfriends instead of communicating with her partner. But with Reynolds, it's a different story. With him, we were friends for 2 years before we were ever dating, she explained. I'm like, hey, this happened, it upset me. This is how I feel, what do I do? And he does the same for me.
So we don't really share our personal life, but we also are best friends and sort of do everything together. So it's a balance of like just having fun with each other.
This likely registers the same way when it comes to raising their daughters, addressing conflicts in parenting by communicating and talking their way through everything. Well, we fail to disagree on that. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the Adam Project star explained a little more about why now is the perfect time to take a little break. I'm just trying to create a little bit more space for my family and time with them, he said. You know, you don't really get that time back. For me, it's really about getting some quality time with my kids before they're teenagers who loathe me. To have the privilege of putting work on the back burner to spend more time at home, especially when your job regularly takes you far away from home, is a gift, and Ryan knows it. He also revealed that he and Blake are a tight family unit, and that they take turns to shoot movies, so that they're always around for their kids. I just try to be as present as possible, Reynolds shared. His secret to parenting success is simple but effective, being there for his kids. Not only do their schedules not overlap, but if their film/TV show/whatever takes them anywhere far from home, the rest of the family is always right behind them. So when Reynolds or Lively get home from a hard day of acting, they get to spend quality time together. Routine and predictability can be a godsend for parents and kids alike. It's pretty great to see Reynolds being so open about how working dads struggle with this. Now that they're in school, they have a somewhat normal schedule, he explains. I think it's totally important for their development, and I really enjoy being a present dad. I love taking them to school in the morning. I love picking them up. I love that I have the hours in between to focus on the things that I'm really passionate about, like mountain and maximum effort. It is a juggling act. When asked whether the women in his real-life family are superheroes like in his movies, Reynolds gave the affirmative. No joke, they are the most capable people I know, he said. If anything got crazy or scary in his life, they are the first people he would lean on, because they have wisdom and strength and they're calm under fire. Despite trying to keep them away from the spotlight, Ryan can't help but show his daughters off to other people. I remember how I used to get bored when people would show their baby pictures, and I wanted to jump out of the window, he said. Since I've become a father, though, I can't stop taking my own children's photos and showing them to my friends. Lively and Reynolds both have busy celebrity schedules to juggle with their roles as parents, but they've managed to stay active and relevant in the entertainment industry. In fact, we can expect to see each of them in some upcoming projects. Lively will star alongside Diane Keaton, Richard Gere, and Lin-Manuel Miranda in The Making of, a romantic comedy. She's also been announced as the star of Proxy, a sci-fi thriller about a woman waking up to find her consciousness in a biosynthetic body. Both projects are in pre-production. Blake also has been shifting her career towards more directing. She helmed the production for her good friend Taylor Swift's music video for her re-recording of I Bet You Think About Me, and her feature directorial debut Seconds will be coming soon. As for Reynolds, he has some projects in the works, like Deadpool 3, but he took some time off to allow Lively time to film her movies. It's been hell. I'm going right back. I'm taking the first movie I can find, Ryan joked. No, it's been great. I'm still busy, but I get to be there for my kids in the morning, and at night I get to put everyone to bed, so I love that. He continued, I'm no less busy, I'm just home more. We already know that both use social media to tease one another, but they want to keep that same energy for their kids at home. Blake said that their oldest daughter, James, has developed quite a sense of humor because of her parents, but that's not something that's likely to change. Reynolds is also always cracking jokes or telling the world about all the funny things that their daughters do, so we know that their family life is very lighthearted. In November 2021, though, Reynolds won an award at the WSJ Magazine's 2021 Innovator Awards and used his acceptance speech to praise Lively very sincerely. I want to thank my wife, Blake, he said. She is a genius, she's a Renaissance woman, and she pushes me in ways I never imagined I'd be pushed. Reynolds later said, We've been together almost 10 years. That's like 45 years in Hollywood terms. And that's all we have for you today. As always, thanks for choosing us. Spread the word and don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell for more celebrity love stories. Be well and be kind.